MickSterling.com. All right, Mick Sterling, take it away, my man.
Thank you very much, Matt Wallace of Matt Wallace Radio Syndication. My name is Mick Sterling, and this is the Mick Sterling Experience. So glad you guys are here. People in Radio Land, you don't know, but this room is packed. This joint is packed. We have beverages. We have pizza. We have brownies. We have chicken. We have salmon. Do we have salmon? No salmon. Maybe the salmon's coming soon.
It's
I'm
orange
not sure.
chicken.
Large floating chicken called salmon, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we have. We're so glad you're here. If you've been a fan of the show, thanks for listening to us. We hope you really enjoy what you're hearing. If you're a new listener to this show, put the phone down. Or if you're cleaning, clean quietly so you can hear the show. Whatever you're doing, I think you're going to really enjoy it. Every week we are presenting incredible talent in this region of all different genres. And it's been a thrill just to sit on a stage this close to all the artists that have performed so far and watch what happens between the audience and the artists themselves. This is a rather unusual performance setting for the people that we have asked to do, and because I don't really tell them too much of what it is. And it's not because I'm mean. I just want them to feel like it's a unique experience, and I do think this is a very unique experience. And this singer that you're going to hear tonight or today, whenever you're listening to this show, is really extraordinary. I've been blessed to perform with this very talented singer for many, many years. She is the pro's pro, and she is somebody that everybody in this town of the upper level echelon of talent respects and enjoys performing with, because her breadth of knowledge of songs and styles and history is very, very strong. And she has a great story, and she has an amazing voice. So ladies and gentlemen, just tell Mick Sterling to shut up. And I'm just going to introduce to you the one and only Katie Gearty, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, thank you.
Blue sky smiling on me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song, nothing but blue skies from now on. I never saw the sun shining so bright. When you're in love, everything's right. Watching all the days tumbling by. When you're in love, my how they fly. Those blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Blue skies are smiling on me, and nothing but blue skies do I see. And bluebirds are singing a song, and nothing but blue skies from now on. 'Cause I never see the sun shining so bright. When you're in love, everything's right. Watching all the days tumbling by. When you're in love, my how they fly. Those blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Rick Harrison. Blue skies are smiling on me, nothing but blue skies do I see. And bluebirds are singing a song, nothing but blue skies from now on. I've never seen the sun shining so bright. When you're in love, everything's right. Watching all the days tumbling by. When you're in love, my they fly those blue days, all of them gone, and nothing but blue skies, nothing but blue skies, nothing but blue skies from now on.
Oh my. Katie Gearty on the Mick Sterling Experience, and we are so honored to have this amazing piano player back with us to join Katie, who he performed with Maud and Maurice just a few shows ago. Ladies and gentlemen, with the left hand that can rule nations, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Rick Carlson.
Yes. Yes, Rick.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, good. Hey, John Bennett, how are you, man? Good to see you.
Hello.
So, it's great to have you on the show.
Yes.
I've wanted to have you on the show. I just think what you do is so unique. Can you tell the studio audience here and just the people listening on the radio, give some history of where you came from and your kind of history of how you wanted to get in the business and little questions like that?
Sure. Well, I'm not born in Minnesota, born in Bogota, Colombia, adopted, raised in Brooklyn Park. I was pretty young when I came here, so I don't remember a thing.
Brooklyn Park is the Bogota of Minneapolis.
That's what they say. The mean streets of Brooklyn Park.
So I don't know if it's true or not. That's what I've heard.
So I actually was in choir. I did show choir in high school, but I don't think I understood that you could be a professional musician. That really wasn't in my orbit. Although my dad loved the bluegrass Sunday mornings, and he loved going to Lee's and hearing Nicola Miller. He used to tell me about Nicola Miller all the time. Great singer in town. So I was kind of peripherally aware, but didn't think that was for me. But I went to college at St. Kate's. Well, I went to 5 different colleges, and I never graduated, but that's another story. But I wasn't even aware that there was a McNally Smith or a place you could go and not study classically. So I studied classically, and I'm really grateful that I did, because I think it gave me a lot of healthy skills that I take for granted.
That's very interesting. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
McNally Smith, for people that aren't in the Twin Cities area, was a really terrific music school in downtown St. Paul, and it was great for the kids, and it was great for the veteran musicians too, who got some very nice teaching gigs for many, many years. It's not there anymore, but it was really a lovely place. I love asking great singers, first gig, how much did you make? First record that completely blew your mind?
My first gig. So when I dropped out of college and I started dating a drummer, I was told that you get gigs by looking at the back of the city pages. So one of my first gigs was with a band called Saved by Zero. Crickets. It was a...
Zero was the audience.
Remember the song Saved by Zero? Sure. I don't. We didn't actually do that song, but we were an 80s cover band.
Silly. Maybe that's why they aren't together anymore.
I didn't start the band, Mick. I was just in the band. But I have to say, it was probably 4 gigs into that band where we were in Ames, Iowa at People's, and I heard my voice coming out of the monitor, and I said, oh, that's what that's for. Like, I hadn't been able to hear myself up until that point, and I was like, what a miracle. So that was actually a disaster for me. I was like a fetus on stage. I didn't know what I was doing, how it all worked, how to sing and talk and be a person on stage.
But when you did it, though, even as nervous as you were...
I wasn't nervous. I was just clueless.
You were clueless. Let me rephrase that. As clueless as you were, did it feel like it was something that connected with you in a way that hasn't been connected before?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it was like a light bulb moment. I don't know what it is, but I have something inside me that's like, we're going to do it. We're just going to get out of bed and do it. I don't know why. Sometimes I'm like, well, that was not great. But I just want to keep going and keep pushing myself. And even if I don't know what I'm doing, I've described it, it's like going through puberty on stage when you're a young singer. It's so awkward and embarrassing. And you're right there in front of everybody, and you just have to get through it. You just have to grow out of it. And
there's a real courage factor in going on stage. You can be a great musician and you perform for nobody. Mm-hmm. Because you don't want either it has to be too perfect in order for you to be on stage, or you're just too afraid to be on stage and you're not willing to take that risk. And the fact that you took that risk was something you must have had to do for whatever mysterious reason.
Yeah, because I don't think I was pretty shy as a kid. I still think of myself as a little shy sometimes. I mean, you don't think that of me, Kate Fierro, but I contain multitudes, and one of them is a very shy person.
Yeah.
That maybe would prefer to not be on a stage.
I get that.
But I also really enjoy being in a room and feeling the energy of live music and a live band and having people respond to it. So over the last 20 years, that I've been doing this, that is what I've really gained.
So let's hit the first record that you sat in your car, or with a cassette, or an album, or a CD. Whatever was the first one that completely blew your mind?
There's so many. My first one was probably Sarah Vaughan.
Yeah.
She's amazing. And she was also classically trained. I think her mother was an opera singer. I don't know if she also did that, but she does have this big, bellowing, beautiful instrument. And I just love it. And she back phrases like crazy, and I just want to curl up and die in it. It's so good. So I listened to that over and over and over and over and over again. But I do have to say, Joe Peterson, I was driving down to one of your gigs to Mason City, and he played Donny Hathaway, the live album.
Yeah.
And I'm getting goosebumps now. I was floored. Like, that's my desert island.
Yep. Classically trained, likes Sarah Vaughan, influenced by Sarah Vaughan and Donny Hathaway. This chick is hip. She's hip. We got a lot more to come up on the Mick Sterling Experience with Rick Carlson on the piano, the one and only Katie Gearty on the Mick Sterling Experience. We shall return.
Help give them a time to remember. Brought to you by Give Kids the World and the Ad Council.
Now back to the Mick Sterling Experience.
Welcome back. We've got a live studio audience here with the Mick Sterling Experience. We're having a nice time here so far today. Mick Sterling presents partners with Unlocked Mission, uniting communities through music and music education. Unlocked Mission partners with the performance ship Joyful Noise, visiting communities along the Mississippi River to entertain and educate musicians of all ages and abilities. Online at unlockedmission.org. All right, Mick, let's go.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, everybody. This is the Mick Sterling Experience. My name is Mick Sterling. If you're new to this show, thanks for listening. We appreciate it very much. If you're not, maybe you're listening in the car with somebody in a town and that radio station isn't in your town, you should tell the radio station the town you're in to have this show.
Yes, please.
What a fun thing for you to do if you did that. That would be the greatest thing you could possibly do for yourself and your family, ladies and gentlemen. I do want to thank Blaze Credit Union for sponsoring the show. I want to thank John Bennett and Matt Wallace Radio Syndication for putting this all together. It's quite a special thing we have here. We have Katie Gearty in this studio tonight, and she is astounding. I want to talk about, we talked about this a few weeks ago, I believe, at Crooners, your connection with the time, this venue in the Twin Cities used to be called the Times, and Rick was the man there at the time
With the Wolverines.
With the
trio,
Wolverines,
yes.
And so talk about your experience performing with the Wolverines at the Times.
All right, so that was probably 20 years ago. you would go down to the Times on a Sunday morning and you would have your Eggs Benedict and your espresso martini and you would listen to the Wolverines trio, usually with Rick here and Jen Dean and Keith Boyles on the bass. And they would hire singers by the month. So you would do every Sunday in that month or every Wednesday night. And I was like, I want a gig. And I don't know if you hired me or Jen Dean, but I didn't even know enough songs at that time to get through the entirety of the gig. But I learned. That 5 weeks was like boot camp, and they taught me how to cue the band and jump in after the solos, and it probably wasn't perfect, but that was the beginning of that.
I bet they were really pleased with you right from the start.
There was no coddling in the Wolverines trio. They would just plow on ahead without you.
Yeah.
So you had to be kind of a quick learn, but I loved it. I love old jazz standards, and I didn't really see myself as a jazz singer, but it was a great way to start and meet people. I mean, it was kind of a hub. Like, people would come by, stop by, sit in, hear the music. You'd go support your other singer friends, and it was a cool hang.
It was an amazing, amazing place.
And great martinis.
Let's find out what you learned.
All right.
Okay, let's do another song.
That first one was an Irving Berlin song, about 100 years old, Blue Skies. And this one I heard, what's her name? Piano player. Jeannie? No, we want to do a thing. Blossom Dearie.
Yes.
Blossom Dearie, who plays and sings. And the first time I heard her sing, I was like, whoa. So this was one of my favorite songs she does. It's called Lover Man.
Rick Carlson on the piano, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only Katie Gearty. Here we go.
I don't know why, but I'm feeling so sad. I long to try something I never had no kissing. What I've been missing, lover man, where can you be? The night is cold and I'm so all alone. I'll give my soul just to call you my own. Got a moon above you, but no one to love you. Loving man, where can you be? 'Cause I've heard it said that the thrill of a romance could be like a heavenly dream, and I go to bed with a prayer you'll make love to me. Strange as it seems, someday we'll meet and you'll dry all my tears. You'll whisper sweet little things in my ears, a hugging and a kissing. Ooh, what we've been missing. Loving man, where can you be? that the thrill of a romance could be like a heavenly dream. And I go to bed with a prayer that you'll make love to me. Oh, strange as it seems, someday we'll meet, and you'll dry all my tears. You'll whisper sweet little things in my ears, a hugging and a kissing. What you've been missing, lover man, where can you be?
Wow. Wow. Katie Gearty, Rick Carlson. This is the Mick Sterling Experience you're listening to, you lucky, lucky people right now. My goodness. You know, we're going to go to a break soon, but what I think is interesting, just being this close, I love really good choices made musically. The choices that you decide to play, the choices that you decide to sing, when you decide to sing it, how you decide to sing it. Is it something that you feel that you have to think of before, or it just comes out?
Well, I feel like Rick would answer this differently, but Rick was a very good teacher, and in that he said you have to listen to yourself, and you have to edit. You don't have to sing all the notes, and you have to make them listen, bring it down, bring them in, and you don't gotta fireworks all the time. You can just really sing the song. So thanks, Rick. That was a good lesson. I listened. Did you love that?
You just got a tutorial in this room. That's a big life lesson for.
That is a good life lesson.
Not just music business, but in general. You know, just got to pick your time. Got to say what you need to say, and move along, little doggy. All right. This is the Mick Sterling Experience. We have Katie Gearty and Rick Carlson. We shall return.
Heartland Credit Union, Dakota County's credit union, and 2009 River Heights Chamber Business of the Year. You'll enjoy fewer fees, 35,000 surcharge-free ATMs, competitive rates, and federally insured savings. Live, work, worship, volunteer, or attend school in Dakota County? You can join. Visit www.heartlandcu.com or call 651-451-5160. Mention this ad and we'll give you the first $5 to open your account.
Hello, this is Chris Francis on behalf of FishingForBusiness.com. Have you ever thought of holding your next meeting while fishing the beautiful lakes of Minnesota, Wisconsin, or the Dakotas? Listen, go to www.fishingforbusiness.com and all the information is there for you to see. Fishing for Business is a full guide service, extended or day trips. Spend a day with your best customer or your best employee. Get out of the office, off the phone, and get down to business. FishingForBusiness.com, a unique way to get business done.
Since 2004, MinnesotaSportsOnline.com has strived to bring you the best in high school sports coverage. We have grown to partner with newspapers like the Star Tribune, as well as 70 radio stations across the state. Whether you're checking out the week's top 10s, printing off your playoff brackets, looking up stats, or listening to live audio, we want to say thanks for stopping by. And do us a favor, be sure to tell others about MinnesotaSportsOnline.com.
It's tough to break into a career.
Everybody wants to hire someone with experience.
But how can you get experience if no one will hire you?
The National Guard provided paid training, which helped me get my foot in the door with a software company.
I wanted to go into law enforcement. The Guard made me an MP. My military police training looks great on my resume.
I'm in finance. The National Guard offered that exact specialty.
In the Guard, you can get paid training in your specialty, then go out and apply those skills in the civilian world.
1 minute. There's still pizza back here and orange chicken and
about it in a textbook.
pulled pork.
Where I am today without the
Holy
Guard.
cow.
I'm serving my country, and I'm succeeding in the National Guard.
I'm getting ahead with the Guard.
The training I get helps me in my civilian job.
The Guard is a great opportunity.
Visit 1-800-GO-GUARD.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD and ask how you can get the job skills you need for the career you've always wanted in the National Guard.
Sponsored by the Minnesota National Guard, aired by the Minnesota Broadcasters Association and this station.
A, B, C, G, D, I can't remember.
Poor nutrition in his first 5 years can limit memory development. Get proper nutrition before it's too late. Call or visit WIC. WIC provides nutrition information, healthcare referrals, even food. To find out more, call 1-866-WIC-INFO.
30 seconds.
Your child has you, and you
15
have
seconds.
WIC. Brought to you by the National WIC Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Mick Sterling Experience, promoting awareness for the 30 Days Foundation. Search for the 30 Days Foundation to donate or to get help. Now, back to the music.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Mick Sterling Experience. Woohoo! Yeah, we'll take some applause here. The Mick Sterling Experience is sponsored in part by the Mick Sterling Presents Concert and Dinner Series benefiting the 30 Days Foundation. For information about these live dinner events, check out charthouselive.com and also onstageatthefreighthouse.com. All right, Mick Sterling, let's go!
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, everybody. This is the Mick Sterling Experience. They weren't sure to clap or not. Everybody, so the scene in this room, radio listeners, is that everybody's starting to become friends. They're coming to all these shows, and I can't tell you where it is. It's Utility Room A on the banks of the Minnesota River. That means it could be here, it could be there. That's about as specific as I can tell you. But for some reason, the people here know where this joint is. And they talk and talk, and they're becoming friends. Happy, 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 happy talk. We talk about South Pacific, the musical, almost every show for some reason. It's a little annoying, actually. But anyway, we're really glad you're here. And one of the big reasons that we are doing this show, not only to present incredible talent that I'm blessed to be around as often as I can be, is to promote the message and the mission of the 30 Days Foundation. It is a charity that I started back in 2011. It assists Minnesota families and Western Wisconsin families and individuals in real-life financial crisis. And we do that by providing a one-time grant. But when we make that grant, friends, it doesn't go to the person. It goes to the service provider that requires the payment. So we're talking about very, very boring things. I say unsexy things on stage when I talk about the 30. These are things that are like, they're not glamorous, but they're things that have to get paid for. And as I was thinking on the commercial break here, I wanted to revisit the first 30 Days Foundation grant that we did because it was really powerful. So I announced this thing on MySpace. Remember MySpace? That went away fast. And I put it out there, and about 2 days in, we got the first request, and they asked for a series of things that equaled the maximum amount you could ask for. And one of the things was a Sprint phone bill for $78.48. And I read it. I had $300 in the account, and I called Sprint and said the information and paid the Sprint phone bill. And since this was the first person that we ever helped, I called this person, which we never do, but it was just the first one. And so I called her and I said, talking like I'm talking now, nothing very exciting, but we don't have a lot of money, but we saw your thing and we paid the Sprint phone bill for $78.48. I hope that helps. And the woman on the other end just started sobbing like a child sobbing, that kind of thing. And when she composed herself, she said, I haven't been able to tell anybody that I'm in debt. I can't tell my family, can't tell my friends. I'm so embarrassed I can't even pay my phone bill, you know? And we talked for a while and I hung up and I just thought, my goodness, isn't that interesting? That's not a lot of money. $78.48 is not a lot of money. But for that particular woman at that particular time, it was almost everything, because her phone wasn't going to get turned off, which meant other things wouldn't happen because her phone got turned off. That's what the 30 Days Foundation does. They're really basic little stuff that gives people a chance, gives them a breather, gives them hope that someone gets what they're going through. So the reason I wanted to do this show was to get this message in all the towns around the state that have people that need help, and they may not ask for help because they're too embarrassed, they're ashamed, they don't want anybody to know. But everybody has to have help sometimes. Our one of our mottos is, because we've all been there. We've all been there. Everybody remembers that time. You may be doing really well right now, but there was a time that you were not doing well and you felt bad. And that's the thing that the 30 Days Foundation does. So if you're somebody that needs some help, the 30-daysfoundation.org. All you got to do is email us. There's no office visit. Just ask for help. If you're an advocate and you have a client that needs help, email us. If we can help, we'll give it a shot. If you are looking for a charity to donate to, there are 1,000 fantastic charities in this state, and we are one of the 1,000 that are very good. So please consider us. Yeah, thank you. So, Katie Gearty, let's talk about your business. Let's talk about how people find out where you're performing, what you're doing. Now, this show is recorded, so it's not on right away.
That's right.
So kind of give the big grand scope
general
of things, yes.
Well, today I'm here with Rick Carlson doing some old jazz standards, but to be honest, mostly what I do is private events. So lots of weddings with a band called The Covers. Sarah Renner and David Young and I lead that band, so that is, if you need a band, The Covers is a great band. I also work with the Blue Water Kings in town. So I actually end up doing a lot of R&B and pop singing.
Yeah.
I do sometimes a band called Tre Femme. We work a lot at Crooners. I work with Mick Sterling and Kate Fierro. I do a Heart show with Kate and the Hall & Oates show with Mick. And kind of in the Sterling universe.
Sterling universe.
Just a small part of that. So, and I'm for hire, so I'm always getting called to do things here and there, studio. But you could also check out my Bandcamp, bandcamp.com, and search Katie Gearty. Anything I recorded is there, and you can just donate what you want to download those songs.
Yeah.
I haven't done, most of those have been jazz too. So it's so funny that I'm here with jazz. I have jazz on the Bandcamp sent, but I don't actually perform it as much as I would love to. But it certainly is something that my heart is really in.
Let's talk about your heart. Let's talk about your heart, because recently in the Twin Cities there were a tragic 3 people were murdered, 2 police officers and a medic in Burnsville, and you and your church did the first service for the medic.
Yeah, Adam Finseth.
Yes.
So I lead the contemporary band down at Shepherd of the Lake in Prior Lake. We do 10:30 services down there, and Adam and his family would attend those services. And so after his passing, his wife got in touch and wanted to hire a band, which, you know, as a singer, you do a lot of ceremonial things, weddings and funerals, and to do a funeral with a band, especially that funeral, was just so powerful, and I was very honored that they asked and that we could provide that for that space and that time and all those people.
Isn't that a unique thing that we get to give people? The thing that you know you couldn't imagine doing. There's no way that you would know how to do it, but this was obviously a much more impactful and more serious gathering of band members. There's a lot of things going on at that time. There's a lot of opinions. There's a lot of grief. There's a lot of, how did you deal with all of that? That had to be a relatively brand new experience of that nature.
Yeah, especially a funeral like that. I mean, you could cut the tension in that room. I've never been in a room that felt so heavy, like just heavy.
Yeah.
Walking in there, that was unique. But you know, I really do. Sometimes what you need in that moment, you don't want to hear it's going to be okay or you're so sorry. You just need a different kind of comfort. And it's comforting for the musicians, too, to be able to provide that service at church, at funerals, at weddings. I really am honored to be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet that was, we were performing at the same time when the service was, so I wasn't able to attend that, but I heard it was an amazing honoring, and that's lovely that you did that.
Right, thank you.
Bravo, my friend.
To Adam.
Bravo. Let's hear Katie and Rick again on another song. You got another song in there?
Yeah, do you want to do
Beautiful.
one or two more?
Well, let's do one more, and then we'll do one more after on the last break. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Rick Carlson, Katie Gearty on the Mick Sterling Experience.
Sky so vast as a sky, with faraway clouds just wandering by. Where do they go? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. When that speaks the leaves, telling stories that no one believes, stories of love belong to you and to me. Ocean sea, if I only had words, I would say all the beautiful things that I see when you're with me. Oh, my Shinshi. Oh, my Shinshi. Like a song of the wind through the trees, that's how my heart is singing Shinshi, happy Shinshi, when you're with me. I love you more each day, yes I do, yes I do. And I'd let you go away if you take me with you. Don't you know, my Shinji, I'll be running and searching for you like a river that can't find the sea. That will be me without you. Oh, my Shinji. Each day, yes I do, yes I do, and I'll let you go away if you take me with you. without you. I'm running without you. I'm running without you, my Gingy.
The MickSterlingExperience.com is where you'll hear all the shows. But right now, you are listening to Rick Carlson on the piano and the fantastic Katie Gearty on the Mick Sterling Experience. We'll be back.
Only spackle once with Red Devil one-time lightweight
All right,
spackling.
cupcakes.
Used
Thanks
for
to everybody.
cracks
By the
and
way,
holes
wow.
inside and
You
out.
guys really
It
did bring a
sticks
lot
tight to
here
plaster,
today.
wallboard,
Thank you.
wood, or stucco.
Appreciate it. You
Dry
don't need to
smooth
bring
and
stuff every
requires
time.
little to no
But
sanding.
if you want to bring
Easy
stuff every
spackling is
fifth
available at your
time,
local
that's
hardware
awesome.
Hank. So
Thank you
stop
for that.
by
We got
and pick up
cupcakes,
some
brownies,
Red Devil one-time
special.
lightweight spackling today.
I'm becoming who I always wanted to be.
You can reach your education and career goals faster in the National Guard. Visit 1-800-GO-GUARD.com or call 1-800-GO-GUARD and ask us how much you'll receive towards your college expenses.
Sponsored by the Minnesota National Guard, aired by the Minnesota Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's Mick Sterling.
Oh, we've got a great crowd here at the Mick Sterling Experience. I'd like to welcome everybody back, and it's been a great night so far. And thank you to Blaze Credit Union, our presenting sponsor. Find them at blazecu.com. All right, Mick Sterling, take us home.
Thank you, Matt Wallace. This is the Mick Sterling Experience in front of a very well-fed and rowdy crowd. Utility Room A along the banks of the Minnesota River. In a very, very sexy building. I wish you could see it, but you can't, because I can't tell you where it is. But it's around. It's around somewhere, and I'm glad you guys are here. As I said on the outro, the MickSterlingExperience.com is the website. All of the shows that we are doing here, you can listen to at any time of the night or day on the big old streaming services. They're all available. And we love that. Thank you to Matt Hayes and Matt Wallace for making that happen, because we'd love it if you took a road trip and you binge listened to the Mick Sterling Experience. You leave wherever you are and you're in San Diego and you listen to the whole thing. It's fantastic. What a great idea I just gave you. Everybody drive to San Diego, for God's sake. So Katie, let's talk about your very talented and beautiful family that you have as an incredible singer in the music business with a family. Talk about that little dynamic, sister.
My actual family?
Your actual
my actual
family.
partner.
Yes.
I with Brandon Wozniak. He's a saxophone player in the city. He does a little bit more modern, avant-garde, free jazz, if you will. And yeah, we've been together for 17 years.
Wow.
So we met gigging together when he was new to town. He was doing more jobbing, more weddings, things like that. But now we don't really get to work with each other that often.
Okay.
But it's nice to have a partner who's supportive, as you know, who knows the business and just gets it, sometimes you got to hang out for an hour after the show and, hang out with the band.
Yeah,
It's not like you don't want to come home, but it's just... It's your family, too.
Yeah, he gets it, yeah.
He
Talk
gets
about
it.
your kiddos. How they doing?
I have okay, guys. I have an 8-year-old, and I also have a turning 18 on Thursday. Can you believe it?
That.
Yes, when I met Mick, she was 4. I was on a show with Mick once. Oh, my God. And Kate was there with her girls, and little Beatrice is 4 years old. And I was like, oh, she'll be fine. She'll hang out with Kate's kids. We're on stage. We're right there. We're done at 8. It's going to be easy. She cried and screamed at the lip of the stage. And I finally said, Mick, I got to go. Do you remember this?
I do remember this.
I got to go. I'm so sorry. I'm out. But that's the one.
And then I unfortunately had to fire you from the band.
And luckily, I had
nice,
such a supportive boss.
The rules are rules.
You couldn't get away with that with some band leaders. But But Mick, that's the only time I've ever had to leave a gig.
That's crazy that she's going to almost be 18.
I know, now
That's
she's
amazing.
an adult. Guess what I got her for her birthday?
What'd you get her?
It's a sweatshirt that says, I'm an adult. It's so dumb.
That's great. That's great. Okay, now I want to make sure we, before you do your last song, again, remind people how they can find out what you're doing, Katie.
Okay, well, I'm notoriously horrible about promotion, and so I'm going to send you to my Bandcamp website, where you could get some live recordings, and I'm going to start putting my shows up there. But to be honest with you, I don't really get to play out much, unless you want to get married.
Yeah.
Or have a party.
But before you do that, before you do one more song, talk about that world. It's an interesting world.
It is.
The corporate wedding band type of scenario that you get, thankfully, a lot of great work from. But it is a different mind frame. It's a completely different mind frame you have to have.
It is. And I think I like it because I get, if I was doing the same thing over and over, I get kind of bored. A little ADHD. So it's good for me to have a really steady wedding gig that pays pretty well. I mean, I've been gigging for 20 years and it's really nice to make a little money when you're singing. And then it makes things like playing, at crooners or playing out where it's made, you're getting paid, but you're not getting paid as much, better because you're there because you want to be there. You're with your friends. You're singing with the people you want to sing with and doing those kind of projects. And so it makes everything sweeter.
It is really remarkable to be in this room, to have a lot of people that maybe have never heard you sing before. I heard you sing hundreds of times, and every time I love the way you sound.
Oh.
I just think you're an amazing, amazing vocalist.
Thank you, Mick.
And I'm so glad that we could introduce Katie Gearty to not just the people in this room, but wherever you're listening. And these shows are going to continue. I like where this is going. The audience likes where it's going, and keep supporting this radio show, and tell that radio station that you're glad the show is on their station, because we would appreciate the support. Thank you to all the great sponsors, Blaze Credit Union, and all the rest that have made this show possible. Thanks to our studio audience for being here, and thank you to Matt Wallace. We're going to finish off this segment, the last segment of the Mick Sterling Experience, with one more great song. One more time, Rick Carlson on the piano, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only. And finishing up, the one and only Miss Katie Gearty.
Thank you. It's a Peggy Lee song. I love the East, I love the West, North and South, they're both the best. I'll only go there as a guest, 'cause I love being here with you. I love the sea, I love the shore, I love the rocks and what is more. With you there, there would never be a bore, 'cause I love being here with you. Singing in the shower, dancing by the hour. Life is such an easy game. I love the kinds of weather as long as we're together. I love it when you hear my name. Like good wine, I like fine cuisine. Candlelight, I love the scene. Don't get me wrong, you know what I mean. I love being here with you. I love the East, I love the West, North and South, they're both the best. 'Cause I only go there as a guest, 'cause I love being here with you. I love the sea, I love the shore, I love the rocks and what is more. With you there, they would never be a bore, 'cause I love being here with you. Oh, singing in the shower, dancing by the hour. Love is such a crazy game. I love the kinds of weather as long as we're together. I love when you say my name. I like red wine and fine cuisine. Candlelight, I love the scene. Don't get me wrong, you know what I mean. Oh, I love being here with you. Rick Carlson. Rick Carlson. East and west, north and south, they're both the best, but I'll only go there as a guest, 'cause I love being here with you. I love the sea, I love the shore, I love the rocks and what and more. With you there would never be a bore, 'cause I love being here with you. Oh, singing in the shower, dancing by the hour. Love is such a crazy game. Love comes and weather as long as we're together. I love the way you keep my name. I like red wine and fine cuisine. Candlelight, I love the scene. Oh, you know what I mean. I love being here with you. That's right, I love being here with you. 'Cause I love being here with you. Oh, I love being here with you.
Rick Carlson on the piano, Katie Gearty, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Oh my. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time on the Mick Sterling Experience.
Yeah! You've been listening to the Mick Sterling Experience from Utility Room A along the banks of the Minnesota River. Catch us each week right here, and don't forget to reach out to the 30 Days Foundation to donate, or more importantly, to receive help. Catch you next time for live music on the Mick Sterling Experience.